Okay, so we are already on the microcontroller side. We are going to differentiate the two no, on this topic. So for the learning outcomes of this lecture, so we are going to know the structural differences between the microprocessors and microcontrollers as mentioned earlier. We're going to discuss the different types of instruction set architectures and compare between the reduced instruction set and the complex. So CISC. So how do they differ? So remember that a microprocessor is like is an integrated circuit that includes all or most of the functions of a CPU. So a CPU is a logic machine that can execute computer programs. So shown here on the left side is what is, and that is the i7, Core i7. But currently, the microprocessors now are the highest one, I think, is i9 or i10. Okay. Now, it's a logic machine that can execute computer programs, and these programs are sequences of instructions stored in memory instructions. Stored in a memory. So the memory are usually executed in 4 steps. Reading the instruction. So first, ang first step no, in the cycle of a CPU rather is the fetch, then decode, and then execute. Then after that is the writing of the result, which is the write. So fetch, decode, execute. So fetch the instruction, decode whatever the instruction is, because again, computers can only understand binary language, and execute the process or execute the instruction, and then write the results afterwards. So let's talk about the difference between a microprocessor and microcontroller. So microprocessors are ICs which has only the CPU inside them. So microprocessors can perform basic arithmetic operations, moving from place to place and making basic decisions based on the quantity of certain values. Now, microprocessors do not have RAM, ROM, and other peripheral on the chip. So that is why dili siya integrated, no? That is why na siya, as you can see in the picture, okay, so si microcontroller, isa siya ka chip. But in a microprocessor, lahi siya chip. Okay? So a system designer must add them externally to make them functional. So that's why in your Arduino, remember, in Raspberry Pi, what else? Sa ganito, atong ginagamit sa kuan. Ginagamit sa LabVault series, no, in a 32-bit microprocessor, na siya other peripherals, na RAM, na input, ROM. Now, microprocessors, so microprocessors have a central processing unit, no, in addition with a fixed amount of RAM, ROM, and other peripherals embedded sa isa lang ka book chip. So at times, it's also termed as a mini computer. So I think ang Raspberry is a mini computer because sa isa ka chip na atanan, no? Microcontrollers are designed to perform specific tasks. Specific means applications where the relationship of input and output is defined. Depending on the input, some processing needs to be done and output is delivered. So I showed you earlier, no, the difference between a microcontroller and a microprocessor, in which microcontroller has or is already embedded in one chip. So sa isa ka chip na ng CPU, timer, counter, memory clock, I/O UART, and some other peripherals. Sa isa microprocessor naman, which is shown on the right side, is a modular design. So many different components are separate chips connected externally. So ang memory, ang microprocessor, USART, in a many different chips. And then they are connected all together. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a microcontroller, all embedded, no? A microprocessor tanan, no? Kani sila tanan, we embed them, they are called microcontroller. Okay? All right. So we have the instruction set architecture. ISA. Ano ba na ISA? The instruction set architecture is the set of basic instructions that a processor understand. An ISA defines everything a machine language programmer needs to know in order to program a computer. So in practicality, no, the ISA tells you how your processor is going to process your program instructions. Because again, the computer cannot understand what we are doing to it. So the ISA is now the one who processes it. So there are two major classifications of ISA. One is the complex instruction set computing. Second is the reduced instruction set computing. Complex instruction set computing, this architecture is rooted in the history of computing. So originally, walay compilers, no, and programs had to be coded by one instructions at a time. So isa ka instruction, murag sequential ang pag-program, no? To erase programming, more and more instructions were added. Many of these instructions are complicated combination instructions such as loops. So sa una man good, like for example, mag-display ka og cout printf 1 to 100, isa-isaon gyud nimo. But many of these instructions again, because these are complicated, there are more instructions added like the loop statement. That is why we have this now. So in general, more complicated or specialized instructions are inefficient in hardware because it takes up memory, not just memory, the process, and etc. And in typically CISC architecture, the best performance can be obtained by using only the most simple instructions from ISA. So kana siya si complex instruction set, more lines are needed, no? But since we have already created some more instructions efficiently, now there is a reduced instruction set computing. And this was an architecture realized in the late 1970s by the IBM company. So the researchers discovered that most programs did not take advantage of all the various address modes that could be used with the instructions. So parang because of the logic, no, na and the program instructions that were done that na atong mga gipang istoryahan, di ba daghan kay to sila, because they were not utilized or efficiently used. I mean, they have not yet found that out. Since all nag-research sila and research, they have utilized it and have reduced the number of address modes and break down multi-cycle instructions into multiple single instructions only. So before, sa among assembly language na course sa college, no, when I was, I think third year college, I have learned na si assembly language for the clear screen. Clear screen takes up to 5 instructions, but now it's only one. So yeah, that is now the reduced instruction set computing. So compilers were now easier to write, performance is increased because of course there are ang efficient na ang pag-run, no? And it's not that just that. Pag isa lang kabuok compared to 5, mas paspas ang processing, no? Sa simple operations. Ang clock rate can also be increased since the minimum cycle time was determined by the longest running instruction. So this is an example, no, of how reduced instruction set and complex instruction set has baliktad siya. Sige. So this is the complex instruction set. We have to load A, B, and then mul A, B, and then store 1 to A. So in the reduced instruction set, it's just 1 to 100, 1 to 01. Yes. Sa pa bang other examples? Maybe I can find other examples online. RISC versus CISC code program. Wait sa. Wala ko makitaan. Wala ko makitaan. Excuse me. Risk versus system. Tama, Danish siya. This is the reduced instruction set, and this is the complex instruction set. Okay, in comparison of the instruction set that were shown earlier, CISC is hardware-centric design, whereas the RISC, the reduced instruction set, is software-centric. You can see here that it's a step-by-step process, si CISC, di ba? Ganun siya, hardware-centric design. So it basically means to multiply directly. Instructions can take several clock cycles. Here in RISC, the single cycle instructions. A complex and variable length instructions, simple and standardized naman sa RISC. Sa CISC naman, it's more efficient use of RAM. Why is that? Because the instructions are sequentially run, no? Sa reduced instruction set, heavy RAM usage siya because ang instructions are now compressed. The instructions are more specific, no? Kasi i-load, i-store, and so on and so forth. Now, large number of instructions sa CISC. So reduced instruction set, small number of fixed length instructions. CISC is memory to memory, load and store. RISC is register to register.